here at many Adelaide events and providing meaningful and engaging cultural stories. And he also gives the Welcome to Country. A lot of you would have seen him in the AFL recently, giving through Aboriginal rank, giving the Welcome to Country. Uncle Mickey's a senior Aboriginal man and a descendant of both Ghana and Narunga peoples. He has been sharing cultural engagement for many, many years, and this role was handed to him by his father, Uncle Lewis, and it's a position that he honours with all his heart. I've known Uncle Mickey for a number of years now at a personal level, and I know how passionate he is for his culture and to spread his culture for everyone. So when he gives a welcome, he doesn't just welcome Aboriginal people to the land, he welcomes everybody because that's what he believes in, to welcome everybody to the land and being part of his culture, which obviously is the culture here of Australia. So I'd like to introduce Uncle Mickey.
Thank you for that, Maurice. Now, what's wonderful that we can do today is we can all share culture, and the way we can do that is through language. And so when I say hello to you, which will be Namani, I want you to say Mani I Bat, which means you're well, you're good, and hello. So, Namani. Good. Now, what's wonderful about language is it can be literal, it can be descriptive. You said you're well, you said you're good, but sometimes language can be funny because you've all said you're all fat. Isn't that one? Fat. But not that type of fat. It was a difference. It was relating to an animal with good meat or fat on its bones was regarded as a good animal. So that's where it comes from. But I'm going to call upon the Spirit people to bring us good blessings here this morning. Tuwila Maribudnik! Tuwila Wakanapadnik! Nagana Piako, Mankalanka, Marwichanga, Ganabina, Minyana Manipudiji. No, Rika Matbi Maricha, no, Wangadi Manipudi Ganiatana, Irindiata. Pilta, Watpa, Palan, Gitta. So it's wonderful to come to a place, to meet, and to not only welcome you, but to say that when you come to a place, you connect to a place, and therefore you become a part of a place, because the knowledge, the wisdom, yourself enables us to be connected, but also to exchange in that, and therefore by exchanging we have this opportunity to not only exchange but build relationships and understand the values that when cultures come together, we understand the values that we each bring. We don't see it as difference, but we see it for where our connections are made. As a descendant and ambassador known as the impatient one, I am the sixth born male. My father actually lived in this area. He played for West Torrens. So I do have a connection here with this place itself. But today obviously is an important day, a day where we see these wonderful quilts being not only exchanged and given to young people in need, but obviously the love and care that have gone into them. But I want to sort of connect you in a cultural way this morning in our way of I suppose quilting, and Augie and Katie are going to come up and give me a hand here because I have brought along a possum skin cloak, and what you'll see on the inside, obviously it's made up of a number of skins which have been obviously put together like quilting, sewn together. It's also got a design. So Augie, you're going to come down and you're going to wear it if he likes to show people. All right, that's okay, Mum. You can stand and you can wear it. Okay. There we go. So the reason I brought this along today is to give us a true understanding of the connection of the importance of these quilts. Because as a young person, these cloaks would begin from birth. One small possum skin cloak would be used as the bedding and, in a sense, the blanket of a young person born. As that child grows, so does the cloak itself. Each year, another skin is added to that cloak itself. to then when they reach adulthood, it becomes a full cloak like you see today. Because we took these things in needs, not wants. And so therefore, over time, that journey, yes, spirit people. And so when we understand that, it isn't just a blanket, it is obviously a cloak to use, as I do with the kangaroo skin cloak, a ceremonial piece, but it also is clothing for warmth. But more importantly, there's comfort. Because when we have an understanding of comfort, particularly those who are in need, we can feel that we're connected, we can feel not only the warmth, but really in a sense the protection that a cloak or a blanket gives us. And so when we understand the importance of these wonderful quilts that have been made for these young people, it'll give them not only a purpose of using it from a practical sense, but also from a comfort sense and a connection that we can exchange with the people who have made them and the people who received them. These things are important. These things are an opportunity that we all share in not only giving, but receiving. And so what's even more wonderful about a possum skin cloak is that it has special properties, warming properties, because the hair on a possum skin isn't solid, it's actually hollow. And because it's hollow, it actually enables it not to freeze during those really cold winter months, but it also makes it have great insulation properties. But when we understand that itself, the cloak, as you can see here today, also has imagery on it. And it's telling a story of the people who have made this cloak, but it's also telling the story of sometimes an individual's journey, their life journey. And like these quilts that have been made here today, they're made with obviously lots of different materials, which in some ways in itself tells different stories of not only why each pieces of panel have been put together, but how they've been sewn, and then obviously the stitching that goes over the top of it that creates the imagery on top, giving texture, giving it life, giving it a form, and these things are really important. So I thank those ladies or individuals who have made the cloak, but also on behalf of those young people, also thank them for receiving them and using them in their journey of life, because that's what life is. We all take a journey and we all do it in ways that give us connection. So, Nachi Yukandaya, Nachi Yakandaya, Patnia do what do. Let us continue to be walking together, not alone, but also as brothers and sisters. Let cultures bring us together, not divide us. And we never say goodbye because we have no word for goodbye. We only ever say nakara, being see you later, because we believe our spirit is always with the people that we touch. So nakara, nei chaya, thank you for coming. Welcome to this place. You are important, and I wish the journey that you take is not alone, but alongside Aboriginal people, but also knowing that the spirit people will walk with you every land that you walk across. So nakara, nei chaya, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, Uncle Mickey, guests, Centre Care staff, thank you all for coming. Yes, this is our third year that we've been supporting Centre Care with the Indigenous quilts, but I think it's been about 4 or 5 years that we've been supporting you with just ordinary quilts, and we love every minute of it, and where we can we'll help as much as we can. And we've been going for 7 years now, and we've been here for 5, and honestly, without the support of West Torrens Council and the West Torrens Library and their staff, we couldn't do what we're doing now. And thank you very much for all of that. And I wish to thank all of our girls. I think they're the most important people, because without them, this is not possible. You know, I thank them for their time, their expertise, their talents, and yeah. Thank you. I now hand you over to Michael. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Well, it's a great privilege to be here this morning, and unfortunately I do have to refer to my notes. thank you, Uncle Mickey, for the welcome to country, and I noticed that he's still here.
Yeah,
He's just out there with the children. But 60,000 years is the world's longest continuing culture. And that culture belongs to the Aboriginal people of this great country of Australia. And I'm really grateful for their custodianship of the country that we all share, and that we were welcomed here. Welcomed here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd naturally like to acknowledge that we're meeting on the traditional lands of the Kaurna people, and that I pay mine and my council's respect to the Kaurna elders from the past, presently and into the future, and that I further recognise the Kaurna people's spiritual relationship with their country. We have a number of special guests that are here with us this morning. Clearly I've just acknowledged Uncle Mickey O'Brien, and I thank him for his generous welcome to country. Centre Care staff, we have Amali Manek, Manager Foster Care, we have Kristen Spear, Administration Manager, we've got Eve, the President of the Orange Tree Quilters, here this morning as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, I'm delighted to be here today, and on behalf of the City of West Torrens, I take this opportunity to say a few words about Orange Tree Quilters. As mentioned by Eve, this is the third year that this contribution has been made under this program, and 5 years in total. And we've collaborated, the City of West Torrens, with the Orange Tree Quilters, and acknowledge that they're a not-for-profit quilting group who are facilitated by our Community Connections team from the City of West Torrens. This group has received community grants in the past from us to help purchase the fabrics, and that's how we can make some small contribution towards this project. Those fabrics were designed by the Waluku Langu artists, and I hope that I said that correctly, and I hope that we can continue to contribute to this project. The project is so valuable. Unfortunately, I'm going to go off script now. And I hope it's going to make some sense. Last Monday, my mother passed away, and she was 89 years of age. And she gave me the greatest gift, and that she believed in me. And so, and she taught me that it wasn't what was in somebody's wallet that mattered, it was what was in their heart. And this project epitomises this. The gift of these quilts demonstrates belief and care for others, and it shows what's in the hearts of all of us. My mum told me that love is only a word until somebody comes along and gives it meaning. And you all give it meaning. And so today, I want to commend the quilters for their gift of love, these foster children. You believe in them, we believe in them, and through that we create a stronger and better community. It was Uncle Mickey who said to me once, as I was about to undertake a citizenship ceremony, that it is our cultures that bring us together, and it will be our cultures that enable us to walk together into the future in harmony. So I want to thank you all for your gift of love, and for giving that love meaning to those very deserved and needy children. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, you can have the tall one.
Thank you.
And I've got some more.
Okay, well, you take half and I'll take the other half. We'll load them up, shall we?
Okay.
Here we go.
Thanks.
So I'm not sure if Kirsten or Marley want to say a few words. Yep.
Okay, let me take one. I'll tell you what, we'll put them back here.
big thank you to Uncle Mickey, who I think is I can see the
He's
feathers in
doing
the
some
other
storytelling,
room.
he's doing some storytelling for the kids.
For his very powerful welcome and how blessed it is to be meeting on Kaurna land today for this very significant moment of accepting these amazing quilts. And thank you, Mayor Coxton, for continuing to support the Orange Tree Quilters, because without them we wouldn't be able to continue this, and for your heartfelt words. Sorry for your loss. The reason I say that it's significant is you're all aware that we are currently in a cost of living crisis, and this affects our most vulnerable in community more than it impacts anyone else. So we at Centacare are seeing we are inundated with the amount of people that we're needing to support, as well as the amount of children that we place in our foster care program. So the children that come into our program, it's not currently safe to be within their families, but we do work towards reunifying them with their families and getting them home when it's safe to do so. And we have, unfortunately, there aren't enough Aboriginal carer households, so we do have a lot of non-Aboriginal carer households. And these quilts are so significant because we want to learn from past events, and we want to make sure that Aboriginal children are supported in maintaining their connection to culture, and that they instill a sense of pride in their cultural identity and who they are as young Aboriginal children. So this is really key because some children, we know what nation they're connected to, and we can do a lot of work in helping that, and the carers help as well as members of community. But sometimes we don't know, and it can be a bit blurry. So to have these quilts with these stories, the carers actually read them bedtime stories. So we do these little booklets up, and we have all the bits of artwork that are in the quilts that are stitched together. And the carers read them these Dreamtime stories when they're going to bed, and the stories about the artwork. And the children love to sit and spot which one they're talking about and learn more about their culture and their stories, which is just incorporating it into everyday life and moments, which is enriching the lives of children that are in our programs. I am the executive manager of the Children's Services Unit, so we have actually expanded not just within our foster care program, but into other programs we have at Centacare. So we have early intervention programs. We have a program called Breathing Space, which is young mums under the age of 25 who have had children removed from their care, and we've been able to provide large family-sized quilts that even the Orange Tree Quilters donate selflessly all the hours it takes to stitch these amazing quilts to provide comfort, as Uncle Mickey said, to people in need. And you know, they don't always have heating available either. So with the coldest temperatures we're all feeling at the moment, it is significant to these families to have these quilts and deepen their connection with their culture. So thank you everyone for supporting this, and especially to Eve, Pauline and the Orange Tree Quilters who donate these to Centacare. It means a lot.